Introducing Sarah McInnes, advocate for practical, everyday inclusion.
My name is Sarah McInnes, and aside from my work, I am someone who identifies as having a disability. At 16, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and this experience shaped my perspective on disability rights and the impact having an accessible and inclusive community can have, both when it exists and when it's missing. To me, an accessible and inclusive community is one where everyone feels welcome, included, and is able to participate fully. Whilst accessibility is often associated with physical features like ramps, regulated curb cuts, braille signage, and low sensory spaces, just to name a few, it also extends to the attitudes and values held within the community. True inclusion means ensuring that all people feel recognised, respected, and are treated with dignity, not as exceptions, but as valued members of society. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to remove visible and invisible barriers so that no one is excluded due to ignorance or indifference. This requires us to challenge everyday ableism in how we speak, act, and design our communities, and to move towards environments that celebrate diversity rather than merely tolerates it. Secondly, despite ongoing advocacy and improvements in accessibility, significant barriers still exist for people living with disability. Whilst physical access is often the focus and holds great importance, one of the most pervasive challenges remains attitudes within the broader community. People with disability are frequently infantilized, underestimated, or framed as inspirational simply for living their lives. Achieving genuine inclusion requires more than just structural adjustments. It requires a cultural shift. Society must move beyond outdated narratives and begin recognizing people with disability as equal participants in everyday life. Lastly, what gives me hope for the future is the fact that there are now so many amazing advocacy and research bodies striving to make a difference to the lives of people living with disability. Seeing the very tangible difference research and advocacy can have on someone's life, whether it's through assisting them to access the NDIS or government payments, or challenging discrimination in the workplace or education settings. Making someone feel heard, believed, and supported to know that they belong, they add value, and they have every right to be who they are. That fills me with hope for the future, a future that's hopefully just around the corner. Thank you for your time.